Hi, my name is Matthew and I live in Guangzhou, China with my good friend and roommate Daniel. We are both English teachers here. I wanted to do an apartment tour because we have been here since about August of 2019 and it's now April 2020, so it's definitely past time to do it. Another reason I wanted to do this apartment tour now is because we recently got fired from our job. Unfortunately, due to the virus, our school ran out of money, so they had to let us go because they couldn't afford to pay us anymore. Luckily, we're able to move to a different school in the same city of Guangzhou. But if you know anything about teaching in China, you know that your job and your apartment usually go hand in hand, since the school usually owns the apartments that the teachers live in. So since we lost our job at the school, we have to leave our apartment. But I needed to do this video now because we're going to be moving in about a week. And if I don't do it now, I won't be able to do it at all. And I wanted to show off the apartment because it's a great apartment, and I think it's quite standard what you get for a 2-bedroom apartment in Guangzhou. So if anybody's thinking of coming over here and wants an idea of what they'll be like when they get here, that's what this video is for. So let's go. So we live on the 18th floor of an apartment building in a complex. So when you walk in from the elevator lobby on the 18th floor, you go into this little garden room. We put our shoes right here just to keep the apartment clean because it's hard enough to keep clean already. As you'll see, we have tile floors, so those are super hard to keep clean. So we don't want to attract dirt in, so we keep those there. And then you walk in and we have this little elevated area. This has been super useful, especially since the virus happened, because when we came back, now we can pretty much just take anything that we had on or with us when we were outside. We can just leave it in here to be cleaned or whatever, so that it doesn't get into our living space. And we have some virus essentials, our hand sanitizer, alcohol spray. We think this is alcohol, like foam, but we're actually not so sure because it's in Chinese. But we're hoping that it is because we've been using it. And our masks. So that's our garden area. Garden or mudroom or however you want to call it. Off of that, there's a set of glass doors that we can close that walks into the main living area. We have the living room over here, and this is Daniel. Say hi, Daniel. And on the other side, we have the dining room. So, dining room, this is where we usually eat our meals and do work and stuff. Off of that, we have our candy basket that we like to take over the couch for movie nights, which has been happening a lot since we have been in quarantine for almost 2 months now. Off of the dining room, we have our kitchen. And it's actually a good-sized kitchen. It has a stovetop, no stove, but a gas stovetop, so we can cook things like that. We have a sink, 2 sinks, but only one of them drains, so that's the only one. This one drains, this one does not, so that's how we do that. The microwave and the tiny, tiny refrigerator. I don't know if you can see, if you can tell. I don't know if you can tell, I'm maybe 5'9", and it comes up below my shoulder, and it's very thin, so it barely keeps any food. It's been a struggle, but we do what we can. On the fridge, we have a bunch of pictures, my family and Daniel's family, and different magnets we've gotten from places. This one's from the Philippines, Thailand, Bali, Thailand again, Cambodia, China, Shanghai, Shenzhen, different postcards. So that's our fridge. And then if you walk out off the dining room, like I said, is the living space. We got a couch and this nice recliner here. And all this furniture was here when we got here, so we didn't have to buy anything or worry about that. We have this little cabinet that keeps all of our souvenirs. So kind of like the fridge, we like to get small souvenirs to remind us of the places that we've been. This is from Vietnam, Thailand, Shanghai, Cambodia, Bali. This bell is from Bali, Thailand again, And this picture is like the only piece of art that we have hanging, and it took forever to get up. So yeah, that's our living room. And off the living room, you can see is a balcony. So we have this sliding door that opens and closes onto the balcony. And on the balcony, we have a washing machine, and we have this contraption. You can see that if you crank this handle, you can see it cranking, this lowers. And since we don't have a dryer, this is where we're able to hang all of our clothes. And both this one and this one up here can lower down, so we have enough room for most of our clothes when we wash, which is actually very nice. Our agent showed us that. I don't know if we'd have figured it out if he didn't, but and then off of the balcony we have this really nice view into the complex. So all of these buildings that you can see are enclosed in a gate. You have to have a key to get in and live in the building, one of the buildings to get in. There is a playground and a lake or a pond and different walking trails all within here. That's all gated, so we can all enjoy that. And it's really nice to have this green space right off our balcony, especially living in China. It's a big city, and we didn't know if we were able to have green and nature around us, but lucky that we do. I think that's kind of common in Guangzhou. I don't know about the other big cities in China, but Guangzhou is very green, I've noticed. So that's something good to know about Guangzhou if you want to come here. And then we come back in, and off the dining room to the left, so the kitchen's to the right, and off to the left is the hallway that has the bedrooms and the bathroom. So first is the bathroom, and it has this one sink and the mirror, and this thing slides back and forth, so that whole thing back there is able to be stored for toiletries and medicine and whatever else. The toilet, and then this shower is enclosed glass door shower. The door slides, and you have a bench, which is super nice. I love this shower. It has a detachable shower head, a shower head that's up at the top, and then little ones down here that spray. Even has this thing that's slick, or that's not slick, I guess, that keeps you from slipping without having to have a rug down. So it's a really nice shower. I'm going to miss that. Hopefully the next one will be just as nice, but we will see, I guess. Then continuing down in the hallway, first door to the right is our office. This is where we do work. So this is my desk. On this wall right here, I used to have a teaching background that I would use for my online teaching classes. I took it down since we're moving. But yeah, this was my desk, and this is still ours for a week or two more. This is Daniel's desk, and another bench. And then go back onto the hallway, and then the door flush from the hallway is the bedroom that we use. So our bedroom has a nice sized bed. I don't know if any of you have been to China, but just so you know, the beds in China are incredibly hard, and we've been several places in China. If you're not in a very nice hotel, the beds are going to be hard. We have a pad. You can see a bed pad, but it's actually pretty thin, and it helps some, but definitely not to the caliber that we're used to in the States. But that's okay, because we're not in the States, and it's supposed to be good for your back. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't really noticed a difference, but maybe I will when I go back to the States and start sleeping in the comfy beds again, those plush beds. We have a windowsill, or a window bench, that looks out onto that green space that I was showing you earlier. It's really nice. I love this area down here. Go for walks almost every day. especially since we've been in quarantine, because that's all we can really do is go for walks. So it's been really nice to have. And then you come over here to the wardrobe, and you can see that there's hanging space for shirts and sweaters and jackets and things. And then this door slides, and there's 2 doors, so it can close all the way. Just wasn't closed. And the door slides and opens up the other side, and there's cabinet space for we have shorts, khakis, jeans, and then there's some drawers down here for shirts and different things, and then a hanging space for robes. I don't know if you can see this white robe. Daniel had to buy this for a event we had in January. We're supposed to be dressed in traditional robes, so he has that now. And then this cute little area. We have pictures on the wall. I guess the art in the living room wasn't our only art we have on the wall, because we have this thing that my niece made, my sister and my niece made for us before we left for China. It's super cute. And yeah, and there's some candles. And then lastly, we have this spare bedroom that we really have done nothing to since being here. It's pretty much stayed just like this the entire time. It came with a mosquito net that we don't use, and we keep our luggage in here. And it would be nice if we had family or anybody come over, but obviously they can't do that right now because of the virus. But you know, would have been nice if had that ever happened. So our spare bedroom. And yeah, so that's about it for the apartment tour. I think that's about common for a 2-bedroom apartment here in China. It's about normal. The next one we'll be going to is a studio apartment, 2 studio apartments actually. So I can do a new video for that one to see side by side of the different types of apartments you'll get here in China if you're considering coming over here to live. It's very nice. I have not had many complaints about being here. I really like this apartment. I'm quite sad that I have to leave, but hopefully the next one will be just as nice and we'll have a good time there too. And yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope it was informative if you're thinking of coming over here, and yeah, bye bye.